Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about something that I have been predicting for a very, very long time, so it's nice to see it all coming to fruition right now. Actually, this prediction that I've been working on, I started back in 2017, and I actually had a live video with my son talking about cryptocurrency and particularly what? Bitcoin. And so I've always said this is the way of the future. With the younger generation so much into cryptocurrency, it's got to be the future. And as I mentioned before, so many people can't understand it. It's hard to understand, I'll give you that. It's not something tangible, something that we can touch. But you know, many years ago, when they started credit cards, people could not understand how credit cards were going to work because it wasn't cash. And then later on, the internet came about. People couldn't understand the internet and how that was going to work. And in both cases, credit cards and the internet took off. This is the same thing with cryptocurrency. It is going to be the way we exchange money, and you're going to see the world will change because of it. Because it is decentralized, it gives the power back to the people. Yes, I know so many people talk about Silk Road and drugs. That's not what it's about. It is about giving power to the people to be able to exchange money between each other without the banks getting their cut. So that's how I see it. But you have to understand the younger generation who will take over this world are totally in it. And if you started investing in Bitcoin when I told everyone to, way back September of 2017, you may be a millionaire. And I have to tell you, many of my clients thank me for that. Yes, I've made a lot of people very, very wealthy because they listened. This is astrology. I'm not getting this just out of clear thin air. I've been watching the charts. I've been trying to understand what will bring cryptocurrency up and down based on astrology. So with that, and let me give a little disclaimer, I'm not a professional financer. I'm not the one that's going to tell you what to do with your money, but I am an astrologer and I look at cycles and we figure them out. And this cycle seems to work amazing because if you have been getting my free newsletter, in the September newsletter, go back, if those of you that have gotten it, I told everyone Bitcoin is going to go up in October, November. Get in now. And I know I listened to my own advice because I saw something very specific in the charts. And the other thing is I noticed every time, well, not every time, but specifically alongside of this, the time that Bitcoin went up the quickest, the fastest, which was actually in December of 2017, it went up to $20,000 a Bitcoin from about $5,000 in September. This was an incredible, I mean, it went sky high back then. Everyone got excited. But now we're looking at about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, it was selling around 30,000 or 31,000 a Bitcoin. Guess what it is today? Over 60. Doubling your money. And this is the time I said it would take off. So I want to show you, and those of you that are into astrology, you're going to want to see this chart that I put up because it is the chart I use. It works. So let's put up the Bitcoin white papers and see what we can see. Now the white papers, everything was really put into action with Bitcoin according to all the paperwork and everything done was October 31st, 2008. So this is the birth chart that I use for Bitcoin. And I want to say this too. I know so many people ask me about all these different coins, altcoin and all of that, but I really, really want you to know Bitcoin is the mother of them all. Okay? Bitcoin is the one that when it goes up, all the other ones go up. I put my money into Bitcoin. The other one that I like is Ethereum, but Bitcoin is number one in my estimation, okay? So I have a chart for it. I can document it. I can see when it goes up and when it goes down. And this gives me the most confidence when I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Before I move on, I forgot to tell you something very, very exciting. I have my own jewelry line that I designed, and it just arrived. I just received my design, which is my emblem of the mantra that I use all the time for the Galactic Center, which is where God consciousness comes from. This is my symbol for the Galactic Center, and it's my symbol that I've used for my business my whole life. I designed it. Here is the jewelry, and now we have malas with all the astrological symbols. And this is my pearl mala, my favorite one. It also comes in turquoise. And my earrings, I think they're magnificent. So check it out just in time for Christmas. Check it out. I will have links below so that you can order and get your presents for yourself and others before the holidays. So with that, let's continue on. Let me tell you where you can benefit from cryptocurrency. This is still really the birth of it all. I mean, we're going to shift to this. And many people say, I'm not going to say it's not what I'm going to say, but it is exciting when I hear people say, oh, Bitcoin should go up to $100,000 pretty soon, a Bitcoin. Do I think it will? I'm not positive about that because right now is the time I said it was going to go way up, and it has. So looking at this chart for Bitcoin, the ascendant sits there in Sagittarius, and Jupiter is there in Sagittarius in the first house. But what's important about this chart is actually where Mercury sits. Notice that Mercury sits at 29 degrees of Virgo. Why is that so spectacular? Because right now, transiting Jupiter is stationing in the heavens, standing still at 28 degrees of Capricorn. It means it's casting a perfect trine by 1 degree to that Mercury. And let me explain why I think Mercury is so very important. Mercury rules cryptocurrency, so does Uranus, but Mercury is the planet that rules cryptocurrency because I have noted that whenever Mercury changes direction, such as going retrograde or direct, it has an effect on Bitcoin because of this Mercury being so powerful, so strong. Don't forget, Mercury is exalted, meaning it's at its most powerful placement by being in Virgo. Another thing that's going on, as I said, transiting Mercury is in Virgo right now, and it's going to station and turn direct the same day that Jupiter does, October 18th. Everything is shifting and it's moving forward. This is so positive for this chart. I mean, I was astounded when I was studying it in the summer months in September. That's why I told everyone, now's the time, September. I don't know if you've missed that curve, but I know this. It's going to go up. Maybe it'll go through, you know, the roller coaster ride. You gotta, what? HODL. Do you know what HODL means? It means to hold on for dear life. That's a saying in cryptocurrency. Yes, it's going to go up and down. The markets are so volatile right now, and so is the world. But just remember, if you hang on to this, it's going to go up. It's got to. This is the mother of the future of the financial markets and how we exchange money. So this is the beginning. People don't understand it yet, but it's here. So here are some dates that I've been looking at. Another thing is right now, as I speak, Mars, Sun, and Mercury are all in Virgo, activating what? That Mercury in the 10th house. The 10th house is one of the strongest, most powerful houses in this chart. Look at the transiting planets just to know where they are this entire month. Now, Mars is going to shift out of Virgo. This will be around October 22nd. And as it shifts, it's going to cross right over that Mercury. This is an activation point. Yes, this is extremely activating. Now, another thing is, so I'm going to say October 20th and October 21st, when Mars is on that Mercury, it's going to activate it. It's going to make cryptocurrency, as I'm saying, it's rising. Then I'm looking at actually the whole time frame, and this was in my article. That's actually, I wrote an entire article using this white paper chart in my magazine, astrologicmagazine.com. Get a subscription to it. I write every month in astro finance about what to invest in. That's in my magazine. But if you get my free newsletter, I gave it away. I said, this is the time to invest in Bitcoin, which would be between September 16th through November 20th. And September being the month that it's most powerful, because I knew it was rising, only rising from that point. So by November 20th, when Jupiter, right before it leaves the sign of Capricorn, where it's exactly trining that powerful, significant Mercury, the significator of cryptocurrency, in the 10th house of the white paper chart, Jupiter will be casting an exact trine. Jupiter at 29 degrees of Capricorn and Mercury right there at 29 degrees of Virgo. That's phenomenal. Don't forget, in this chart, transiting Jupiter is in the second house of money. This is bringing financial gains to this Mercury, which is the ruler of the 10th house. That means how it stands, how it looks to the world in the 10th house. Couldn't be more powerful. And as well, October 18th, when both Jupiter and Mercury turn direct, you're going to see, wow, this is probably the day it could peak. Not 100%, but I'm telling you, this is the day I've been watching, because they're going to turn directions. And remember, I said whenever Mercury changes directions, either retrograde or direct, that is a powerful time for Bitcoin. It always has a shift. So that was in all the research that I did. In that live class I gave to the public, I know some of you were in there. We had a really big class where my son explained cryptocurrency and I explained the astrology, and we based it on Bitcoin. And that was a long time ago. Yeah, it went through an up and down phase, but I always knew, hang in there. I told everybody that got kind of down and out to hodl. Hang on for dear life, because it's coming back. It's a wave of the future. I think I've made my point. But also, Jupiter will be pretty much standing still, but moving forward. Remember, when a planet stations, it's when it either turns direct or retrograde. It's standing still. It's 10 times more powerful. And between November 11th through the 20th, Jupiter is moving forward exactly casting a trine, 29 degrees of Capricorn to 29 degrees of Virgo in the 10th house. So this is the time I wanted you to pay attention. Those that do not like cryptocurrency, you're going to learn to adjust. It's here to stay. That is a promise. So with that, remember too, if you would like to learn how to do this personally from me, you can sign up for my university. Join our community of astrologers, which is University of Vedic Astrology.com. And remember to check out my beautiful new jewelry line. And all of this you can find on my website. Learn more about me. Go to, first for my university, University of Vedic Astrology.com. And for my personal website, learn more about me and my jewelry, go to galacticcenter.org. Thank you.